We just watched episode 9 of Gotham. Harvey Dent. So what have we learned? Well, let's see. We learned that Bruce doesn't own any gym clothes or swim clothes. He just does everything in his dress shirts. Come on, Alfred. Speaking of Bruce, we learned that he is not too slick with the ladies. Not a big shocker for a 12-year-old boy, I guess. And we learned that Penguin has this weird sniffing habit. But wait, maybe sometimes he's actually sniffing out a rat. We're going to do some sniffing of our own here. I'm Chad Perkins, and this is the Gotham After Show.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Gotham After Show. The show's that films about 24 hours after Gotham on Fox to give you plenty of time to join the conversation, which you can do so via Twitter at Gotham After Show. You can like us on Facebook, talk to us there. You can email us. You can also send us text, video, voice messages on Skype, Gotham After Show. Please welcome on the red couch of justice, which I've now named it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
good.
yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. We have
good.
from the In the Comics podcast, which is in the mix of all things comics, Dave Cottingham. From the no applause, all towards the end, please. All to the end. From the new 21 Network podcast, The Couch Couple, please welcome Cory Cooley.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, good to be here. Good to be here.
Very good.
Give us a one-sentence pitch of The Couch Couple.
Me and my wife, Katie Cooley, talk about movies that she mostly picks.
Oh, you're done?
That's it.
Okay, great.
I guess I had more breath, but I was like, nah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, save
They're
it.
usually terrible. Well, she
Several
likes them,
movies, yeah.
They tell you what shows and movies you should and shouldn't be.
but That's
What
true.
gives you the right?
That comes yes comes to fruition after we've discussed the movie.
Oh, okay.
We say yay or nay.
Good enough. Good enough. Gentlemen, Harvey Dent,
Yeah.
episode 9 of Gotham.
Cool.
Initial reactions, DC.
Kind of
Diet
simple.
Coke.
Simple.
Sorry.
What's that?
David Cottingham, not
Diet Coke.
Oh, DC. Yeah.
Diet Coke or
sorry. Got the
Detective
giggles.
Comics.
Got the giggles.
Simple title. They didn't
It's a name.
try to. Yeah, it's just Harvey Dent. So this is after Harvey Dent, obviously.
This show is after Harvey Dent. That's correct.
No, I thought this was really good. Well, we talked about it. It was good, but there were some spots I think that were and I think there were some spots that were really, really good.
What's the opposite of eh? Oh?
Yes.
Ah.
Hey. All right.
Yeah.
Very good. CC.
Oh man. I
Cherry
loved
Coke.
it.
Yeah, Cherry Coke.
Yeah, ooh. I
We're now
enjoyed
sponsored
it.
by Coke. Sorry.
No, we
Go
are not,
ahead.
no. I enjoyed it very much. I would say it's up there with Venom for me, one of my favorites. I mean, there's 9 episodes. It's my part of my top 2. Can I say? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it felt more like I was. How should I put this? Emotionally invested than I have been in the past episode or 2. To be honest with you.
Okay.
For just several different reasons. I mean, Harvey Dent, awesome, and then interactions at the manor I thought were pretty cool. But that's my first reaction.
Right. I would call this a domicile episode because we learned some things. We saw more of the mansion, and we finally learned that it is, in fact, Barbara's apartment.
Yeah.
I said so
Yes.
before the credits, that it's my girlfriend's place. But she left, but I got the place. Yeah.
I'm crouching for the while.
Right.
What do they call it?
So let's just jump off right there with Barbara leaving, which we saw at the end of the last episode. The note, we got to read the note this time. What do we feel about her motivations for leaving?
I think that we said it last week. I think we all were kind of like, God, get good riddance then.
See ya.
Yeah,
Bye.
if you ain't gonna stick by me after everything I did for you, saving your life, you know, and no apparent reason. It was just like, I'm working, I can't talk to you. It was like, oh, you don't have time for me, and I'm
You know
working.
who doesn't hang up on me? Montoya.
Exactly.
You know, comes to visit me during her work.
But that's the flip side
My wife
of
is
it.
on the phone.
I mean, kind of jumping to the end. I mean, when you find out where she went, it's like, aren't you going right back into that same world?
Yeah, does Montoya not live in Gotham?
I know. What the hell? You're instead of dating a detective, you're dating a major crimes.
It's Montoya.
Yeah.
It has to be. She was seduced.
I mean,
Maybe she's.
I don't know. It kind of did look like a hotel. She might be out of Gotham, and Montoya came over for the booty call because it did look like there was room service there. I don't know. Maybe
I
not.
couldn't
but
tell by the thread count.
maybe
on the
Montoya
sheets.
is the room service.
Hello.
There we go.
She's dessert.
Yeah. I gotta admit though, I was surprised by that. I didn't see that coming.
I saw the hand. I'm like, another dude, and then I'm like, no, it's a girl. It's Montoya. Like I didn't know. You know.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
So Jim brings along Selena Kyle with
Yeah.
him, and she gets hungry. And what does she go grab? What would a cat go grab? A bottle of milk.
Little
A
did she
glass
know,
jar.
He just
right?
made
Yeah, glass jar.
It was actually a white Russian. She was.
Oh, wow.
She doesn't need to go into other people's.
That's potent.
You know what I mean? She doesn't need
Right.
to go into other people's refrigerators.
Yeah. We got to see Blackgate Prison. And this one, you want to talk a little bit about Blackgate as far as the continuity of the DC comics there, DC?
Well, Blackgate was just the high, what do you call it? The
Security?
high security
Maximum
prison.
security.
Maximum security prison. So where you sent criminals, not necessarily the criminally insane.
Like KGB assassin and
Yeah,
those guys
you
that,
know,
like I know that were
guys
in
like
there.
Deadshot,
Bane was
Bane,
in,
you know,
yeah.
stuff like that. Guys
Yeah.
that are just to be held and not, you know, in seclusion and not be interacting with anybody. And then you would send. It's kind of what we got in this episode. Then you would send kind of the crazy people like Joker and Scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
You would send them to Arkham to get rehabilitated, in a sense.
So I mean, Gordon's almost single-handedly opened Arkham. Right? I mean, not
Pretty
necessarily.
much.
I mean,
His suggestion.
it was already in the works. It had already been. I think had it been Arkham? Had it been that before in this universe? It had been a.
Yes,
It
it had been.
a sanitarium.
Okay.
I don't think it was
Sanitarium.
for the
Sanitation.
criminally insane.
Oh.
I think this was a first for that.
Well, then,
Well, asylum. That's what. Yeah.
An asylum, yeah.
It was an asylum.
then,
so.
then he, you know, it was. Everybody could thank him for Arkham, basically. I mean, for at least coming back to, you know.
For
Back
3
to
awesome
first.
video games. Thank you.
Yeah, because they weren't. They
Still
didn't have
waiting on
any.
the fourth.
Because they didn't have any plans for it, right? After the whole land split was.
Well,
that
it
was
was
still gonna.
it was
just,
newly renovated though. Notice
Yes.
he said that moving
did say
everyone to
that,
the
yeah.
newly renovated.
Oh, okay.
So they're renovating it for something. B&B, maybe a little bed and breakfast
Perhaps.
action.
Perhaps.
I don't know.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
I concur. Do you concur?
But do they? Who? I mean, who has it? The city has it? Because is that the part that didn't get separated?
I think it's
I
still
can't
city
remember.
property, but Maroney got the contract, or
Yeah.
he got the land.
Maroney got the wasteland,
Right.
right?
The
Falcone got the housing,
low-level housing.
and neither of them
income
got
housing.
the asylum, right?
They're probably both.
Or they split it. I don't know. I can't
You know, the
remember.
contractors probably all work for the mob.
can't remember.
So
Tell
Oh,
us.
so
Tell
it's
us.
everybody.
I can't remember.
Tell us.
It's
We don't know.
everybody's.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't
That was several.
But
That
to
was
say the
episode
least,
4.
you know,
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah, he pretty much. I mean, the mayor's like, "Oh shit, man, I guess," and then
Yeah.
walks off and then does it, and he's like, oh, "Okay, great." But, yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Ian Hargrove is the bombinist, the
Bon voyage.
bombery.
That was just
been-
on. Yeah, you were
Yeah,
watching
I
that.
love
So.
that.
Should have been his
freaking movie.
catchphrase.
You kind of
Not-
like Bubba Gump a little bit, but
There you go. Not from the DC universe
Nope.
so much. This is just for the show. And as we kind of find out, he's not so much a bad guy, or he's not trying to be, right? We kind of find that out. It actually leads. I just have to say, you know, Jim and Bullock have the easiest time. Not the easiest time, but, you know,
Yeah.
they're always just finding the right clue. Like, he just happens
Yeah.
to include that in there and all
That
this.
is very
And
true.
it's always just, it's both of them walking in like
It's
this.
always,
Yeah.
They're both just coming around the corner like this.
I felt like, where were the guards? I mean, oh, they were gone. Like, where did they go? Like,
and here
this is
comes
such
all the reinforcements, but
Yeah.
no one behind them. They're just, we got it.
Yeah.
We're on it.
It's like, call for backup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No backup.
No backup needed. We got a lot of Bruce and Kat in this episode. First time they meet, actually, we see that, and instantly see Bruce is schmitten with this kitten.
Yeah.
Heyo.
Yeah.
Corey,
Frisky kitty. Here's
what'd
another one for
you
you.
think about?
That's interesting. She, I mean, she clearly smitten for him too. I mean, for her to want to kiss him, apparently, which is, and then for, I'm ready for Alfred to come in, a huge. Can we say that on this show? Can we kind of say cock block? I'm going to say it. You can beep it out if you have to. But did you realize that? I mean, he was like, I don't know, should we? And she's like walking towards, but he just walks straight in there, like, time for school. It's like,
Well, I don't know if you notice Bruce's reaction. He's like, "Thank you, Alfred."
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
"Thank you, Alfred."
yeah. Alfred, can you
Not ready for that. I don't know. I think he was
Yeah, well, he's definitely confused. He
Yeah,
definitely wasn't
he-
ready for any
he
of that
has
stuff. But
feelings.
that was the last thing.
New
on his mind.
feelings.
But yeah, I thought their conversation towards the end, because he's just curious, talk to another kid, and you could definitely see that. And W did a great job of, I mean, they're just great. Those kids are amazing. I don't know what they're doing. But her conversation I thought was so cool with him, talking about how none of this is gonna matter, and you got to be ruthless and fierce or whatever, and I'm just sitting there going, oh, yeah, which is a lot with this show. It's like, oh yeah, you don't know, So I thought that was an awesome Gotham moment. I guess if I had to call it anything.
Dave, what did you think of Bruce's training with Alfred? Got to see a little bit of that.
Yeah. I don't know, because we talked about last week how, okay, you're just learning to defend yourself against some bullies, but now it seems he really is trying to learn not just fighting, but you see from the pool, he's trying to discipline himself, he's trying to push himself to, he's basically saying, I'm testing myself. And I wanted to say, when she was attacking him about it, like, what are you going to do, jump in the water and something like that whenever someone attacks you or something like that. I wanted him to say, like, no, but you never know what could happen in circumstances. You got to be ready for anything. That's that's the thing about Batman. He's ready for anything. So
Anything. I'm serious.
I mean, just think about it. He chases a bad guy and he has to dive in the river.
Yeah, there you
He's
go.
ready. That's his breathing. So I don't know. I see he's taking the steps more so, and it's just becoming, I think it's becoming clear every time that he's not
Yes.
leaving. That in this span of 10 years, whatever, 8 to 10 years that he's going to grow up, it seems like this is what he's going to be doing every day and training every day. I mean, you could become a pretty good,
But I
don't know, yeah.
It's hard because it's like what he needs a certain type of training that he's not going to get from Alfred or Gotham unless
Right.
Alfred is this, I mean,
Unless he's
League of
part of League of Shadows.
Yeah, League of Shadows assassin maniac, which I don't see.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
it will be disappointing. I'll say will be because I think it will. I think he's staying. I don't think he's going anywhere. But I think it's just going to be
We don't know. We don't know.
It'll be still cool to see him, what kind of training he does. I mean, could people come to Gotham and train him? And could everybody, I don't know how that's going to work. But, yeah, I agree. I don't think he's going to stay.
I don't know. I'm still 50-50 since it is season 1.
That's
Right.
true. It is
We're not
early.
even to the fall finale yet.
It is early.
It's hard to say. But what I do kind of anticipate seeing, and see if you guys kind of agree with this, is Kat was talking so much about, when you're on the streets, and he was asking so much about, what's it like living on the streets. I see him convincing her to take him out for a while and like live on the streets, start his undercover stuff like now.
Perhaps.
I could see that maybe happening, like him running away from home essentially, and Alfred can't find him, and he's on the streets with Kat. She's teaching him how to survive. You know, I got that
maybe
sense.
after this, because he's getting, I mean, from the previews, he's getting ready to go through some serious testing, I guess, in a way. He gets a gun put in his face again, so we'll see what he does. But I can see that. I think that's a definite possibility.
And it was a little surprising when because we never, if I remember correctly, we never saw the guy's face that shot the
Correct.
lanes. So I was surprised that she actually did.
From that vantage point,
yeah.
Or
So
if she even gave him the right face.
Well,
because
that's true too.
She knows that's her only leverage to. I mean, she's got to.
That's right, and we did see that she can spin a little bit of a yarn. She's talking about her mom, who's, you know, all this, but it's really just a cover for a secret agent, and Bruce is, you know, they're going, I know you're full of crap, but I like you, so I'm just going to go, oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's secret
that's
agent.
great. That's great. And it's also possible in the next episode they get driven out of the mansion and have to go out on hiding on their own, and
that's what it looks like.
why they end up on the streets. So, who knows?
But you had to do something. You had to do something with her, because I think just the fact that she was the witness to the murder, her character really wasn't going anywhere. You know, I mean, she's been off the show except just a couple glimpses here and there. I think you had to put her in that position to keep her relevant, to be honest, to start developing that relationship. So it was good for her to get there. I mean, again, when I said at the beginning, you know, there was some low, I was okay with that stuff, but I didn't really need it. I don't know. I didn't really need for them to meet right now. I don't know. I was.
It was needed. She
on her side it was,
absolutely,
I think. But I don't think it was on Bruce's side.
No, I don't think so. It's interesting. It gives us kind of because before, I mean, they were never childhood friends that I could think of. So it's given us kind of a new little insight to it. I mean, they were an item at one point, or they kind of off and on are. So makes sense.
Yeah,
it all makes sense.
I've enjoyed the scenes more when it's storyline of Bruce, not with Gordon.
Right.
You know, like with Alfred and the punching out Hush.
Oh yeah,
basically,
definitely.
and the stuff with Selena. I find that more interesting than what we've seen so far with the Bruce and Gordon interaction. That stuff's good because it's so iconic, and it's like, oh, they're shaking hands, and now he's hugging him, and you know, and all that. But the Bruce and Alfred stuff, I think that's where it's at. That's where it's at. Dick Lovecraft. Anybody? Anyone? Dick Lovecraft?
No, thank you. I've already had some.
You're good? Are you good on the Dick Lovecraft?
Dick Lovecraft. Lovecraft was he the guy Harvey was meeting with, or was that someone else?
Yeah.
No, that's right.
That's the guy he was.
He looks familiar.
The supposed money that leads to the Wayne murders.
Yeah. And he's from the comics. He's a known adversary of Dent, I believe.
Oh, really? I didn't. Yeah.
He's a big player. He's another billionaire, and he's crooked as all get out. So I just know I know Dent, him and they're affiliated. But I mean, that was such a. I was definitely more enamored with this show in the sense of, I mean, you got Harvey Dent coming. That was really cool what he did, and we'd seen the sneak peek before, but him sitting there playing with the coin, and then, which I didn't think was going to happen, was because I thought at first it was in his head that he did that, but he straight up grabbed that chair and was like, what do you think? I'll rip you open or something like that. Don't let him out. And you just see like the guy completely taken back, and all of a sudden my complete view of him changed from the beginning of the show. That'd be cool. From the beginning of the show where you're like, oh, he's a nice guy. You know, he's the what do they call him? They called him like the Apollo kid or something in the comics. But to a completely different light where you're like, dude, like it is already there. It's already in motion. He's already feeling that. because did you notice? Because right after he did that, he leans back and goes and was smiling. It was really interesting.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's just two different
Very,
people.
very two-faced.
Very two-faced. And this is my
Is that your motion?
two-faced. Yeah.
Two-faced. Right.
I thought it was awesome. I thought that was that definitely. I was good to go from there.
Yeah.
You could show me anything. Joker could pop. I'm just kidding. Joker couldn't do that. I would click off DVR.
Right.
Text.
So-
You just got. Why did you do this to me? No.
Right. So Liza, right, and
Yeah.
Penguin
Penguin.
breaking into her place and smelling things.
He's a smeller.
This was kind of a light episode as far as what we've seen from the Penguin before, but a couple real good scenes.
I would say light in like his presence, but not light in like how I think scene stealing once again his parts are. Like it was so he's becoming penguin.
It was
to me.
still very, even
creepy.
though it was light, it was still very sinister.
Yeah.
Very. That's a good. Yeah, sinister.
And-
Very sinister.
And to me, I think those were the best parts of the show with him because, you learned from last episode that he knew somebody was in, and he just kind of went on a hunch and tried to peg Liza by the perfume she was wearing and stuff. So very clever.
Well, he recognized the lilac
Yes.
perfume that Mooney uses, and I think did she give that to her as a present or something?
Yeah, or else she was just using her perfume
Yeah.
or something like that. But
That's
that's
true.
how he made the connection. And,
Lilacs.
Yeah.
but that was, like I said, very sinister how he just walked in that bar, sniffed her, just
like, "What the
smiled and walked out. I was
Like,
like, whoa. And he put it all together, man. And I think he's positioning himself. I'm telling you, I think you still have to go back to that very first episode. That war he's talking about is still coming. I mean, he's setting up all these pieces that are just going to just turn on each other, man, because they just don't know that he's behind it all. And it's gonna be pretty awesome.
So he didn't say it to her flat out. You're working for me now. You're going to report back to me on what Fish is doing.
Right.
But we talked about this earlier, Dave. You feel like that is what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's working for Maroney, for Falcone, so he's reporting to Falcone. But then he knows everything then on the Falcone side and the Maroney side. Then now he's got his in on the Fish Mooney side. Yeah, strict. I mean, just all it was just in the threat. I'll keep your secret. I'll keep your secret, and
Right.
as long as you do what
Yeah.
do what you need to do for me. And but again, it's gonna be hard because we still kind of, I think we were all in agreement last week that Liza may have turned against Fish, right?
Right.
Maybe
We were kinda talking
she's
about
kind
that.
of with Falcone now and doesn't want to. So
That's the real secret.
Yeah,
I don't think Penguin knows that.
Penguin
though.
might not know that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she flat out told him, like, he loves me, he takes care of me, and I mean, she keeps a picture of him in her apartment,
Yeah.
which I assumed that she'd moved in with Falcone.
Yeah, that was a little weird actually.
Hmm.
That she has her own place.
That's true.
But, So we had a couple of short, but I guess impactful scenes with Ed Enigma, and that's actually what I want to talk about. We saw that one scene where he's answering the trivia questions on the radio, and I don't really know what the point of that scene was, unless it was to show, he figured out what that explosive does. But you think it was just to show that, man, this guy is really smart? You think this is going to be important later? What do you think the scene was for?
No, I think it was clearly to show his intelligence,
Yeah.
for one.
Yeah.
I just
Just to get a glimpse of him.
yeah,
There's really
I
no
just
reason.
love his scenes, man. Ever since the first episode, I would be completely content if they just keep him the way he is for a while. Like,
Yeah.
not to become a bad guy or
Yeah.
get so mad with everybody. I felt like the decision. I'm feeling more and more confident the decision to make him a actual police officer in the department. I think that was a brilliant idea, man. I
Yeah.
really do. Whoever came up with that idea, I think it was pretty brilliant.
I wrote
No,
in.
no.
I wrote in.
Did you come up with that? No. Yeah.
No, I was clapping to whoever.
Whoever did it.
wasn't me.
Yeah. Well, you're
No.
right.
I agree. I just hope, I'm indifferent because I do love his character and love what they're doing with him, but it's like you could literally throw out those scenes and it do nothing. Well, I wouldn't say do nothing because there are sometimes he does give certain clues that drives the plot, but that scene, they had to show that he could have just as easily walked up with the hole in it and went, "Oh, I solved it."
Yeah.
I don't know why he was John Lovitz there. That's the ticket.
Yeah,
That's the ticket.
but if you
But
know,
what you want, yeah, exactly.
well, if you know cop shows, they always have the forensic guy.
Right.
Yeah, he's their Dexter.
Always have the lab
Sure.
guy doing stuff. And
There you go.
Except
now
he's not killing
normally-
people yet.
What do I?
Yeah.
I say that he's their Dexter, but he's not killing people.
Right.
Yet.
But normally, that person has more of a story and a backstory, and we may get that eventually. We may get more of his story. But right now, yeah, he's just delegated to helping the guy solve a crime. That's
But it did feel good that he got he didn't so much get a pat on the
Yeah.
back. In fact, he was
Recognized, yeah.
he was like he was told, Ed, you're touching me. You're touching me. But he did say he did get a good job.
He got a
and
good job, which is like,
Thank you, detectives.
I was just as surprised from
Yeah.
Bullock of all people.
No, I didn't so much get the video game thing. Why that was in
that
there?
was weird.
Do you guys play video games? Because I do. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
I don't know why you did that, but-
that might come in later. You just never know.
Never
know with the show.
Never know.
Well, now it's time for a new segment here on the Gotham After Show called Caption This. And again, thank you to @TVTagGotham for starting this with us on Twitter. We're now bringing it here onto the show. Gentlemen, if you will get your mobile devices
Yes.
out of your pockets, I have emailed you a picture. You may now open it.
all right.
You then have 2 seconds to, no.
2 seconds. Good gosh.
Let's go ahead and show the picture.
Okay.
And gentlemen, whenever and whoever is ready, caption this.
You're over there cackling, so you got something. I never have anything. I don't know what I'm going to think of. Go for it.
I mean, the first thing that popped in my head was, Alfred, your sister just died and left you $10 million.
What?
It just got dark. It
do you
just got
mean?
dark on.
Is that you mean like as a
Think about
reference?
it. No, just think about it. Why would he stay a butler then?
That's true. That's true.
Be out of
Oh,
there.
I got
Be packing
you.
my
I got you.
bags.
I got you.
Because he
there.
loves
Okay.
Master Bruce.
Man, you guys
This
are
is the-
not.
I know. You
guys are like.
He was on a different level, man. It's good though.
Yeah, I think we're going
That
a
would
little.
destroy the whole Batman
That's true.
analogy. Right?
He,
You're like,
he just
Master
drops
Bruce,
it. Yeah.
I'm out of here.
It's like, okay. It just like leaves.
Yeah, exactly.
Master Bruce, you're a
Screw
brat.
this.
That's
Yeah.
like this look at his face, like, what
Yeah.
am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know how to
Cory?
beat that.
Dude, would you like me to try?
No.
No, I don't know how to beat it.
Please don't.
See, you had like, please don't.
Yeah, please don't.
Jeez. Chad, you have one? I'll go last again.
Sure.
Okay.
I do. Let me think of it here. Okay, so this is Alfred. Hello, thank you for calling 1-900-HORNY Butlers.
Oh no.
You've made a dirty mess and you want me to clean it up? Yes, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
There you go. That's a long caption.
That's a long
It's a
caption.
long
That's not
caption,
bad.
but
I was thinking of something along the lines, within the long lines of like, I'd like 2 cheese pizzas and a pepperoni, please, and extra fish. Like that's all I had. So.
What do you
nothing.
mean you don't know how
I
to get
clearly
to
won that one.
Yeah, you clearly
It's-
won. I got nothing.
Well, we'll let Twitter decide about that.
Yeah.
What do
I have
you mean?
I don't have anything.
You don't know where Wayne Manor is?
Yeah,
Just
that's true.
roll down your window, stick your bloody head out, and look around at that big house.
On the
That's
hill.
Wayne Manor.
Yeah.
Go there.
I failed.
30 minutes or
I failed
less.
that one.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. So I don't think I actually tweeted out last week's one
Oh, you
to the
did?
Twitterverse. I will tweet out this one,
Yeah.
so you guys can caption this and let us know
Yes.
what you think, and let us know who gave the best caption.
No.
Or the most morbid. Maybe we'll make a new category. No, I'm kidding.
most morbid. What? Yeah. Or yeah.
Alfred has a sister? I don't know.
in
could.
the other. And
He has a niece from London who speaks perfect
That is very true.
American English.
Yeah.
Alicia
Right.
Silverstone, Valley Girl even.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
she had a brother. He had a brother in the
Terrible.
the other
Right.
movies, right?
Mhm.
I think. Right. Yeah.
I think so.
Anyway.
I just think from now on, every caption that I'm going to say is going to be, "I found you."
Yeah, that should have been it. Yeah.
Hello? I found you. I dropped a
found you.
call. Well, then I found you. Sorry.
Gosh.
I love it. Michael.
You've been practicing that face too, haven't you?
Michael.
That's just my face. That's just my face.
Tempt me. You never stop. Just stop that. Please, please don't be bad. That's ruthless.
You're not ruthless.
He's been throwing them away. The diamonds. It's the rubies. All right, we're done. All right.
We burned the forest.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
burned it down. Anyway,
people just want to
let's talk about.
Michael Caine.
And it's gone.
Let's just
And
do
it's
Michael Caine
gone.
more. Let's do that. Yes.
Gordon and Bullock, their evolving relationship. Love, hate. It's a bromance. I think it's officially a bromance. On this one, it was a little Bullock light, and when he was there, he was actually being very supportive. He was like, "What's wrong, man? I can tell you're hurting. Is it that woman?
Yes.
You know? What?
Excuse me, sorry.
What'd you feel about their relationship?
I thought it was boring. I just yawned. I know. But the relationship this episode,
This episode.
I think that it was kind of interesting that Bullock automatically thought it was girl trouble. And, I mean, Gordon, it seemed to me like he was more preoccupied about what he was going to do with Harvey Dent and Montoya and all the, and what was it, Allen? And I feel like that's what it was on his mind. And then until Bullock brought it up, it was like, that's true. It is kind of girl trouble. And instead of telling him about keeping him he's keeping him in the dark about what he's doing with them, and he kind of used Barbara as a front, which was was weird. I mean, does he not? I mean, he clearly cares about her, but there's
He
more
does. I
important
mean, he
things
made that
going
phone
on.
call at the end. He
Yeah, when everything was
he's
done, when I'm not busy, whenever it's convenient for me, Barbara,
solving
I'll
the
call
case.
you.
This is easy. This job's
Solve
easy,
it,
Barbara.
do
I'm ready for some sex.
Yeah. yeah.
Come back over.
No
Oh, you're already
pants.
having
Yeah.
some. Can I come over still? You know.
Yeah.
Dave, what do you think?
Well, I feel like just looking back, I feel like we're getting less and less of Bullock and more of Bruce, which is something I didn't expect when the series started, because it felt like it was marketed as, the Bullock and Gordon show. You know,
The Bork and Bork. That's Bullock and Gordon's Bork.
Bork.
Yeah.
That's their Angelina or Brangelina.
That's our name.
Yeah, that's her name.
Hey, there's Bork.
On the red carpet, like.
I'm a Bork.
His hand.
Anyway.
That's awesome.
jeez.
But yeah,
Tangents.
the Gordon and Bullock show.
Yeah.
Now it's more like
It's more or less becoming
this is how Bruce
Bruce
became
Wayne,
Batman.
and we just got a lot more Bruce Wayne than I thought we'd get in the first season.
Yeah.
First half of the first season. So
Yeah.
I like Bullock a lot. I think he's a great character. I think Donald Lowe is just a great actor, and I like those interactions. So I hope hopefully they keep going with that.
I loved him in Blade. Remember he was in
Oh, he
Blade?
was in
Yes.
That
Yes,
was awesome.
indeed.
That
Yes,
was,
indeed.
that was
He was in
awesome.
The Patriot.
Remember
And he's a
when-
great.
Yeah, he was.
He's great in the
I
Patriot.
love The Patriot.
Yeah.
He was on that TV show whose name I can't remember at the moment.
About
was
a family
it's
or
a
something,
sitcom.
right?
Yep.
It was.
Help me out, Twitter.
Yeah.
What-
Or
what?
Donald helped us out, because that
It was
was
about a family.
something like that.
Yeah, his sister or something. I
But-
can't
But see, those,
recall.
like, to me, like, Blade and like, Patriot, I mean, those are, like, for me, like, I mean, I'm a little younger. I'm 25. But I watched Patriot a million times. I watched Blade. I loved Blade. Blade was awesome. And
Yeah.
I thought it was, but... and then, I mean, obviously going back and watching it again, it's like, what is this? But it's still cool, it's Blade, it's cool. And then
Blade.
seeing Logue on here was really, it's interesting, because
Yeah, he's
you
great.
forget, because it feels like he hasn't done a lot in a while. This is bringing him back. Bringing him back.
Bringing it back.
Yeah.
Bringing Logue back.
That's right.
Bringing Logue back.
So for an episode called Harvey Dent, was a little light on the Harvey Dent
Mm-hmm.
and pretty heavy on the Bruce and Selena. But if we remember, what was it? Was it the second episode that was Selena Kyle? Titled
Yes.
Selena Kyle? Pretty light on Selena Kyle. I think, so that would be, what, 8 episodes later? Or 7 episodes later. So I feel like maybe about 7 episodes from here, we're going to get some strong Harvey Dent, and it's going to be called, you know, Alfred or whatever.
How many times was
Alfred
Dent-
Pennyworth.
That was in it. I think he was in it
He
3
was
times.
in 3.
Because I was hoping it would be something like 4, a multiple
No, he
of
was
2.
4. He was 4.
Was it 4?
It
Well,
was 9
because
scenes.
he was
Multiple of
introduced.
2.
He was introduced, and then he met Gordon, and then he met with the crime guy, and then he met with Gordon at the end, right?
Ah, that's
to
right.
tell Gordon that he
I
talked
think
to
it
the guy.
always has to be multiples of 2. Always.
Mm.
I wish they did. I need to look into it. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Like every word he said was.
Oh, jeez.
That'd be. See,
I
that's
mean,
what I
they
want.
did do the,
Oh, yeah. It
the
was
lighting,
obvious.
you know.
Foreshadowing with shadows.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Right. No, but he was
Cool.
good. I thought he was. Who'd you say
Nick-
the guy
Nicky
was?
D.
Nick. Yeah.
Nicky D.
Nick D.
I
Nick
didn't want
Diago-
to.
Nicholas
Nick
D.
Diagosto.
We don't want to
Diogos-
butcher the last
Yeah,
name.
but-
Nicholas. We call him Nicky D.
I thought he was a good choice.
Yeah.
I thought he was a good choice
Mhm.
for now.
And did you?
I definitely see them really eventually turning him into Two-Face, though. I think.
Whoa.
Not early, you know, maybe if this goes 4 or 5 seasons or so. Because just the hint of what he did.
Mhm.
That would be so canon killing because
Yeah, maybe a
Harvey
little,
and Bruce were such good friends before he became Two-Face. You know, weren't they
were
pretty good friends?
They, I think at one point or another. in a
Maybe,
certain story,
yeah, maybe. I don't get that from the New 52 at all.
I know from the animated series.
Yeah, they
in the
were.
90s they were.
Yeah, in the New 52, he's all. I don't know how much history they had because he was Two-Face already. He didn't become Two-Face yet. And again, I can't remember the villain book of his. So you know.
Yeah, I don't remember his origin in '52, but I mean, obviously, we know Tim Burton's. I mean,
Right.
that was even in Long Halloween. That's how he became in the courtroom, trying Maroney, I believe it was, or I think it was Maroney. Or
Yeah,
Falcone.
see, yeah, that interpretation is a little sketchy. I mean, some crime boss throws ass on him, he blames Batman for it.
I think that's how it was in the books, though. Dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
iffy. Versus, like the Nolan way was, you know, he never blamed anybody but they're
Everybody.
Right.
Yeah, he
well,
blamed everybody.
In the
but-
book, he didn't blame Batman. In the book, obviously they.
He just blamed society and
Yeah,
became a villain.
he became he already had it in him. He became Two-Face and kind of crossed that line to where he was forced to butt heads with Batman. I don't think he necessarily, he hates Batman through stopping him all the time, obviously.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Burton is what did the whole, like, Batman was in the court with
I
him.
know,
Like,
sitting in the courtroom. That was like the most
I
retarded
couldn't
thing.
get to, I mean,
He
you gotta go
steps
to
out
court,
for a cup
right?
of coffee and then
gotta
comes
go,
back and
Batman.
half his face is burned off and like, whoops.
Batman had to go to court.
I don't know. Does it?
Batman shows up in court. That is like the
Who's going to testify?
Hi, state your name. The Batman.
yeah. I mean,
Like real close to Mike. Like real close to Mike.
Yeah.
Can you step away? What? What?
Right.
I don't know. I'm making fun of Batman.
Leslie Odom Jr., who played
Yes.
Ivan.
Ian.
I'm sorry. Ian
Hello,
Hargrove.
Judge.
Yeah, he did an excellent job.
Yeah, he did.
I loved his.
He did it. That was the only indication that I thought that he was crazy. Like I didn't think he was going to talk normal. I thought he
Yeah.
was going to talk.
He's got the twitches and the ticks.
I thought he was going to be because his brother described him as crazy, but he
Yeah.
talked just fine. Seemed
Yeah.
very rational to me.
Mm-hmm.
Just maybe a little. I guess he was a little slow, is what his brother said.
Yet brilliant.
Yet
slow but brilliant.
Slow
Brilliant.
but brilliant.
he's brilliant.
That's how I describe this couch.
Yeah.
Slow,
Thanks.
brilliant. Yeah.
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 I'm looking. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm like the couch.
The actual
itself.
couch is slow but brilliant.
So
Right. So at the end,
Hey, that's,
Arkham Asylum, and I was really looking at the inmates getting
I
off
was
the
too.
bus. I'm
I
like,
was
who?
too.
Trying to, yeah. who's going in there?
Because I thought, we haven't had a Joker reference in a long time. Here comes someone with purple hair.
Someone did laugh.
Or-
I don't know.
Did they?
I don't even know if they laughed.
Nah.
I don't think anybody
No
laughed
one
this whole
laughed.
show.
No one
I really don't think so.
I don't
No.
think so either.
Oh, Penguin laughed once.
No, he did laugh.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Joker reference.
Joker reference.
No.
No,
This
no.
may be a little too much inside baseball, but for us in the production industry, did you get the
biz.
sense that Fish Mooney, her lines were ADR'd when she was talking to Penguin in the restaurant?
Oh, I wasn't even.
Hers just sounded very, I'm right here by the microphone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. and
I
his
have to
was
go back
just
and look
natural,
at
I'm in a room, and
I didn't get that.
yeah. Go back
Yeah,
and
I
watch
have to watch
that.
it again.
I just feel
I
like
wasn't even paying attention to that.
it didn't
possible.
quite match up with her lip movements. I just felt like that she was ADR. That's automated dialogue replacement.
Yes.
So
a nerd.
next week on Gotham. Next week on Gotham. I don't know. It's our fall finale.
Oh, Gotham. Can we do that?
We won't tell you. It'll be our fall finale here on the after show as well. I mean, we'll do some. We're gonna slide in some nuggets of awesomeness,
Some nugs.
truth and justice in between there. But
Nugs of all.
yes, but it will be
Crawl
the fall
nugs.
break. It looks like a pretty action-packed episode. What are we expecting?
I'm expecting. I mean, obviously, what did the preview say? That I mean, talking about of course legends were born, but then it seems to me like it starts here. Like apparently here, this is going to be a defining episode to really progress them into. I'm assuming Bruce because Bruce gets a gun thrown in his face. A gun's a gun.
A gun's a gun.
Is what she said.
It's a gun.
So we'll see. I don't know. I'm expecting to see some major character development, especially in Bruce.
Dave, DC.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it looks very. This whole thing that Harvey started, Harvey Dent, that is. His plan is backfiring, because they're on the run. Selena, Bruce, and looks like Alfred gets a gun. and he's
He
going
gets some
after it.
action.
Alfred looks like he kicked some butt.
Yeah.
That's very exciting.
So it looks like it's more action packed than we've had. And I anticipate if it's anything like the other DUC show that we watch, hopefully they leave you wanting more. That's all I want. I want
Big cliffhanger.
I want to be wanting now, and I don't know if we failed to look up when it's going to actually return.
I tried, but I was not fruitful.
But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's even out. I'm anticipating it not coming back till probably end of January,
February,
early
yeah.
February. So you're talking a good. No, I actually think it's going to be early January, first
Think so?
of January. Yeah,
Okay.
because
I believe you.
the
I believe you.
I
and the
believe
only
you.
reason I say that is because the Star Wars show Rebels,
Mhm.
its fall finale is next week as well, and that's going on a 5-week hiatus. So that'll put it into early January. So it may come back early January,
Very good.
Maybe.
Very good.
but we'll
Might-
be probably
might be.
we'll definitely be off through Christmas. In
Yes.
a way, it's going to
Absolutely.
be through Christmas.
Absolutely.
So it'll be a good 5 or 6 weeks.
Yes. Well, I forgot to mention it at the top of the show, but if you are joining us via the podcast, then you were like, what picture are they talking about? I can't see a thing.
very
This
true.
is a podcast. But if you have been watching us here in living color, you can listen to us in the podcast form on Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, and of course on the iTunes Store. Follow us on Twitter at Gotham After Show. Add us on Skype and send us a video message. We will put it here on the show, and it will enter you into an exclusive contest. That's the only way you can enter is by sending us a video message. If you can email us a video message, do that too. It doesn't have to be on Skype. I know everyone's not on Skype. I don't work for Skype, but we want to play some video messages of the Gothamites here on the show. You can like us on Facebook. You can subscribe to our network where you get this show, other great podcasts we put in video form, and some other little extras. It's youtube.com/21network. That is 21 spelled out network. Also spelled out. Can't abbreviate network. And so until next time, I guess when we will be doing our fall finale.
Yeah.
Until then, I want everyone to stay frosty.